Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of Skylanders Giants, a Lightcore brightness Locke here on the channel. An episode in which wouldn't be recording had I just not checked that it's actually recorded, but it is actually recorded in my Elgato, so yes, this episode is officially happening. You see it all before you, obviously. It was so obvious, in fact, that I just really felt the need to add obviously on the end there, make it all more obvious, because clearly it wasn't obvious enough already. Man, with me and my expertise in being very explicit, you guys would never be able to piece things together, especially for obvious stuff, like, especially without me explicitly stating it. Also, let's be skipping over this unnecessary deep stew for best button video game without further ado. I'm going to be playing through this with Pop Fizz, which is a shame because the magic elemental pellets are not my favourite, but I take it back, I guess they'll do. Yeah, these sections are a lot more refined than ones in Giants. They're more fast-paced. The animations for Arcane Robot, for one, definitely look a lot better. We can use the right trigger to punch. Yes, we can, but I'd prefer the X button. Oh, let's attack these guys. I was busy staring at my own face cam to worry about the enemies. And perhaps I should start worrying about the enemies. I don't need to look at the face cam, I know what I look like, I know that it's recording, so the only thing I'm going to do by looking at the face cam is freak you out by purposefully breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, that's right, you've been reminded that you're watching a YouTube video, all that immersion you just had, completely broken. Because yes, I just had to look at myself in the playback of the video, you know, it's handsomeness. It deserves to be seen by all. Most of all, me. I am legendary and awesome, so therefore, if anyone deserves to see absolute handsomeness incarnate, it is me. I have earned this for being so incredibly awesome and good looking. Especially the hair part. The hair is the most glorious part of me. Like, all of this charisma that's just oozing from me right now, it comes from the hair. Everyone knows that if you have no hair, you have no charisma. That's how it works. So here we are, first generator and more blah blah to get out of here. Ooh, but what do you know? Earth has popped up, so we get quite possibly the most iconic Lightcore onto the portal right now. You cannot say the words Lightcore to a Skylanders fan without someone instantly thinking of Prison Break first. This was a character who was born for the sake of Lightcores. Even in Spyro's Adventure, where they didn't know they were going to make Lightcores for the next game, they still subtly knew that it would be awesome for this guy's crystals to light up. Then his beams could truly be supreme. Is he dead yet? Is he dead yet? Is he dead yet? Is he dead yet? That's more like it. He's dead yet. Anyway, looks like we're going to have to hit this thing for a second time. Oh, and the other one for a second time. I forgot that there were two here. I thought this was the first one that we've been introduced to. Surely they start us off simple and easy with only for one of them. Clearly, I thought wrong. Let's say Prison Break is an iconic Lightcore. As is Spotlight. I suppose Spotlight, not understanding the situation is the second thing you'd think of, because by all definitions, Spotlight is a light core. A core character of the light element. She just doesn't light up. I guess she also kind of does that too, because she has light-based attacks. I don't know, I'm confusing myself with this. East Dam. Wow, what a really creatively named area. It's the dam located in the east. I wonder how many brain cells it took to come up with the name of this area. I bet many, a great many brain cells. About as many brain cells as it must have took to come up with the name Hot Dog. He's a dog who's hot, and it's ha funny pun on the word hot dog. Kids love hot dogs, they love dogs, so why not make a fiery dog? That's going to sell itself, that is. Only that they were stupid enough to put it in a more expensive pack, that being the Scorpion Striker, so maybe a hot dog sold a little bit less than you'd expect, given that people can sometimes only afford a single pack, and the Scorpion Striker wasn't the price of a single pack, now was it? Granted, I got my Scorpion Striker in the year, it must have been 2017. Point is, it was several years later I found it in Blackpool at a market of all places, where it was £3 for a brand new in-box Scorpion Striker pack, and my parents bought it for me knowing that £3 is basically next to nothing, so they were okay with buying it for me, and it was a pack that I really wanted. It was a pack that I had wanted for years. It released obviously in 2013 alongside the Giants lineup, so 4 years later I finally got it at a market in Blackpool for a ridiculously low price. Whenever I see Skylanders like that, I internally squeal. I don't make a fool of myself. The same thing happened when I saw Spotlight on a CX shelf, and it's appropriate to be talking about Spotlight because we have been doing so for the past 5 minutes. This is just Spotlight the episode, I guess, without actually having put Spotlight on the portal. I wish I could, but she doesn't work in Giants, given that she's a Trap Team character. Very unfortunate, because Spotlight is incredibly broken. I would have loved her in this game. Then again, the last thing this game needs is more broken characters. We already have Series 2 Drobot, we have Series 2 Prison Break, we have Flashwing. Should I go on? Because I could keep going on and on and on. Series 2 Double Trouble. Oh man, imagine if Double Trouble was a Lightcore. Double Trouble would have made an awesome Lightcore. His beam on his staff would have looked awesome all lit up. It would have looked much better than Eruptor's mouth lighting up or Hex's dress. Like, seriously, that's so unoriginal. And Popfizz's potion lighting up is cool and all, but I think if we had the original pose, the one that the poster promised us for Lightcore Popfizz, that easily would have been the best Magic Lightcore we could have got. But because they changed his pose last minute to something that was not nearly as good, ouch, that was bad call of mine. But because of that, I'm willing to say that I think a Double Trouble Lightcore would have been much better than a Popfizz Lightcore based on the final pose we actually got, as opposed to the one that was originally promised by the poster. Now I'm just left thinking, what other characters would have made awesome Lightcores? I mean, Flashwing would have made an awesome Lightcore, which is no doubt why they brought her back for Swap Force in the first place. Die. Okay, cool. And even then, they could have brought Double Trouble back as a Lightcore in Swap Force. The Lightcores that were returning characters in Swap Force weren't reposes. Well, they didn't get reposes as well. Like, Warnado got a Lightcore in Swap Force, not a repose. So they could have done the same with Double Trouble, brought him back as a Lightcore, but not have to give him a Series 3. Instead, Spyro still could have got a Series 3, Popfizz could have got a Series 2. And then we get a Lightcore, which is better than Star Strike. At the end of the day, we got a Star Strike Lightcore, we got a Star Strike regular core, as is. So we don't need the extra Lightcore, and Lightcore Star Strike isn't even that good. You see, I'm already making better decisions than the developers over at Toys of Bob and Vicarious Visions were making. I should have been a Skylanders developer. I would have been awesome at this franchise, I'm telling you. This franchise would have been, 6,000 times better with me working there. In fact, this franchise would still be around if I was working there. I would have personally said to the higher-ups at Activision, I understand that these things print money, but surely if we wait a year apart and we give collectors enough time to actually buy all of the figures, then we would have generated more hype from the 1 year break, therefore selling more figurines, and we wouldn't be looked down upon by your average consumer who only sees these as plastic toys that break their wallet every year in, year out. Instead, we are respected because, oh wait, we're giving consumers the time to complete their collection by giving them a 1 year break between games. That would have come across much less greedy. Would have made Skylanders games all more desirable after a 1 year break, I suppose. Again, it just really would have given hype time to get built up. I imagine Giants would have came out for year after Spyro's Adventure regardless. But Swap Force, Trap Team, they all could have took a 1 year break. Trap Team would have been so much more better if it were released in the summer of 2015, rather than, obviously, the fall of 2014. Then they could have been given those extra 9 months to flesh out the game, so it would have been not nearly as glitchy. They could have added a couple more Adventure Pack levels. Maybe then we would have got this amazing invention called Good Adventure Pack levels. What? Trap Team with Good Adventure Pack levels? No, I've never... That kind of thing seems incomprehensible to me. The only Adventure Pack level I like from Trap Team is Nightmare Express. So imagine if we got more than one good Trap Team Adventure Pack level. I am not the largest fan of Midnight Museum or for Sunscraper Spire, and the Mirror of Mystery has a really good concept, but the level really sells it short. It's not, the concept is poorly executed, and the level is also way too short. Okay, why won't these guys die? I really wish they'd just hurry up and die already. Okay, thank you. Thank you! Wow, that guy saved my life. I've never been so happy to see an Archean before. Okay, get out of his way. Yeah, that's it. Give me more things to work with. Thank you. Just everything has been absolutely obliterated right now. I almost feel sorry for these enemies. Oh my lord. Drobot! What did the enemies ever do to you? That was just mean. Drobot is so mean. Oh my, I love this guy. Let's see if we can get through this entire section without taking a single hit. Not like Drobot makes that challenge difficult, mind you. But I need some sort of way to make this scene intense, because there's no way Drobot's gonna fucking die. God, I hope he doesn't die. It would be tragic if he died now, wouldn't it? It would be just instant karma for sure, and totally tragic, but also incredibly hilarious at the same time. In fact, I don't think you even get any funnier than that. So we acquired ourselves a Locatron wheel. Don't mind if we do. And wait for it. We were successful in our completely unnecessary challenge that I gave myself anyway, because I felt like it and I knew that Drobot was capable of it. Why would I set a challenge that I just can't beat? That's just set me up for failure. Oh man, that reminds me of the Sabotage series all over again. Anyway, let's cheese this puzzle and have the dam all dealt with. We dealt dam. Okay, that makes no grammatical sense. I sacrificed grammar for alliteration, and you know what? It was worth it. Okay, let's punch the shit out of some things. I don't think the rocks really mind. They are inanimate after all, so therefore they don't feel any pain. Now let's punch that guy right there. Boom, baby. Area's good as cleared, good as cleared. Oh, we can even create Shockwave. I forgot about the Shockwave ability. How does one forget about Shockwave? One of the most loyal Decepticons out there. I was talking about Soundwave, how he was arguably the most loyal Decepticon, at least the most loyal Decepticon to Megatron. Shockwave is also incredibly loyal to Megatron. It just would appear that any Decepticon with the name Wave, well, Wave at the end of their name, are the ones that are most loyal. Megatron should have just, you know, hired all of the Transformers with the names ending in Wave for his cause. He should have just enlisted them. That should have been, like, part of joining his army. You can't join the Decepticon ranks unless your name ends in Wave. Then your loyalty is assured. Okay, this guy's got to go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Boom! Oh man, I almost feel sorry for this guy. Wait, no I don't. Not even close. He had it coming. Mainly for looking at me funny, even though he didn't have eyes or a face. That's quite impressive to look at me funny whilst not possessing any of those features. I'm quite impressed by that. It almost makes me feel bad for killing him. Almost. Anyway. Man, this level, it's so much more fast-paced than Arcane Armory. Arcane Armory just comes to an absolute snail's crawl out of nowhere when you have to enter back into the robot sections. And because you don't expect to go into the level and it does come out of nowhere, it's so sluggish for pacing of that level. The music makes up for it. I must admit, the music for Arcane Armory is iconic. Not that the music of this level is bad, you can hear it right now. You can hear just how damn good the music for this level is. But still, this level, because it refines upon the mechanics established in Spyro's Adventure, it just plays so much more fluently and with so much more better pacing. Anyway, we've officially activated water, so it's time for the return of Chill.
Stay cool.
Stay cool! Yeah, that's exactly what we plan to do, because if we don't stay cool, if we start to lose our cool, if we don't chill, in other words, and we start to panic, that's when we start to get bombarded by enemy attacks, and that's when we die. And I don't want to die. I don't think anybody does, so we're going to try our darndest to survive this upcoming scenario with Chill. I want to say she's done it already in the Lightcore, well, not even the Lightcore, the Giant's Legendary Locke. I can't remember which World character played through this section in the Legendary Locke. I think it was Slambam, though. But if Slambam can do it, Chill can definitely do it. I said it like Slambam's bad. Slambam is actually really good. I just prefer Chill that little bit more. Okay, there's some food back there, not that we need it. We might need it though. Should we need it, I can go back for it. That's the geniusness of it all. Boom! No! So powerful, I love it. Wow! Oh my, I almost feel sorry for those fellas. Oh, we just kind of came in and obliterated everyone. So now that they're all dead, let's go on ahead, do ourselves a favour and complete this dog puzzle without further ado. Will be simple enough. I need to go and buy some keys from Auric actually. If I were to do such things, then these sections would be a whole lot more quicker because I wouldn't have to do them, period. The easier ones like this that require very few moves, I feel like a key would be a waste. But note to self, let's get some keys for the next few levels. Speed this along a bit. I want this series to be fast paced. That's why we're splitting it up into 7 chunks after all. And then we're going to end with one hell of a finale because the Archean trilogy, not only is it tough, but it's going to be one hell of a marathon because those are the longest levels in the game. Well, maybe not Lost City of Arcus, but Bringing Order to Chaos and Auto Gyro Adventure certainly don't fall on the short side of that spectrum. So here we go. Shield Juggernaut is going to be no problem for us. Watch this. Or don't. You know, you could close your eyes, but you're missing out on some awesome visuals if you do that, so don't do that. Boom. Watch out for the slam. Boom. Yeah, baby. And finish you off with a normal. Man, I love that attack. It's pretty fun. Okay, and boom. Attacking them before we even get to their level, quite literally. Okay, I'm bored with this now. Boom, just finished them off. What can I say? If I have the opportunity to use a narwhal, I'm gonna use a narwhal. So let's start with this one over here. Yes, sir. Grab you, sir. And we got to head right, do a double left. Lots of left to go round. We got to go left because left is right. Now we go left again. Go left once more, and then, well, we go right, because left will be wrong. So right is right, if left is wrong. Excellent! That's all sorted with. Now we get to skip over all the unnecessary deep stew, and I especially want to skip over this cutscene. It's far too depressing. No, don't make me watch that. No! Not my best ghost robot friend, my BGRF. Is that the right acronym for it? I don't know, I was messing it up in the previous episode. The point is, I can't dare to live through that depression again, so we're gonna skip right on over it. Skip all that unnecessary deep stew by pressing the best button in the video game. The skip button, just did it again. Oh wow, look at the raw skill of this Skylanders player you see before you. He presses the skip button like anybody else, I'm telling you. He being me, so let's skip that cutscene once again. It's not even a cutscene, but we're gonna skip it all the same, so we can head out for one of the best darn levels of this entire franchise, the Willikin Village. Boy, am I looking forward to this, but I'm also terrified. We have Chompy Mage to fight, and the worst part of it is that we're fighting him with Hex. A task easier said than done. Did it have to be undead before for Chompy Man? Undead have a lot of really tough portions in this game, actually. I don't know why this game favoured undead for a lot of hard portions. As well as water. It's not even like water and undead are the best elements in this game. And as far as adventure, they gave the hardest parts of the game to the fire element easily. Knowing that fire was, of course, obliterative. In fact, fire doesn't even show up until, what is it? Battlefield is the first time where fire appears outside of an elemental gate. They just really didn't want you to play as fire in the easy levels, knowing that fire was far too of an obliterative element, so to balance things out they had to make sure that you were playing as fire characters in the harder parts of the game, mind you. Okay, more necessary deep stew to skip over, and then we also have to head into a house. I believe it's this one. I believe so correctly. Here in Rutherford's game room, we can beat him at Skystones and acquire ourselves a key. Not like the Skystones is going to be a difficult game, mind you. I have fallen quiet long enough for you guys to hear my Xbox 360 about blow up in the background. By some miracle, I don't have any Red Rings of Death on it yet. I can't even tell you which model I have. I'm not sure if this model even gets Red Rings of Death. But regardless, I'm quite happy, believe it or not, to not have a faulty console. I'd rather have a console in working condition. It's very hard to record Skylanders Giants on the Xbox 360 without a working Xbox 360. Anyway, let's place that. Go for the defense. Chompy? How terrible. Let's take them both. Sure, it leaves me exposed, but at least now I'm taking more stones than I'm losing. Yeah, baby. No, not for Chompy. Anything but a Chompy. Okay, if we play hardcore defense, we should be fine. I can't remember what the last stone he plays is. Well, I remember it's a Spellpunk. I can't remember the blade setup. The blade setup is inferior, for I am superior. And now we've won ourselves a key. And we've also got one hell of a powerful Skystone along the way. Do not mind if we do. Let's grab the key and continue on. Oryx's shop is going to have a ton of useful charms when we get there, or at least a ton of useful purchases, so I'm definitely going to make sure to take full advantage of that. But for now, we're going to take full advantage of the world switching mechanic, because we have a wall in our way, a literal wall, which luckily, when it's made of cardboard, the wall doesn't really stand much of a chance. Boom! Told you so. Snipe it from downtown. Literally, this is Elevator Town. This right here is downtown. Snap from downtown. If only I could sing like Anya Taylor-Joy. But enough of the Last Night in Soho references. Boy, did I love that film. I also loved how incredibly British that film was, and being British myself, I do enjoy myself some classical British culture being explored in films, mind you. Boom, let's wreck 'em. And now, Anya Taylor-Joy. Oh, shit! Well, thank God I'm level 15. That was close. Wait, hold on a sec. Just switch for wolves and then he can't attack us no more. I cut that close just for the damn well sake of it. He stood no chance against the might of, you know, Pop Fizz as a stump. If he wanted to win, maybe he should have been more than a simple stump. Regardless, it sure is a good thing I'm level 15, and I'm also really looking forward to the Mario movie. Even though, ironically enough, in the Mario movie, it's Mario I'm looking forward to the least. Based on the voice work we've seen so far, Anya Taylor-Joy and Jack Black just seem more appropriate to their roles. Especially since Jack Black has actually put on a bit of a character for Bowser. He's playing Bowser as a character. It's not his usual voice. If someone didn't tell you that Bowser was Jack Black, you wouldn't immediately think that Jack Black was the one who voiced him. He did that much of a good job as Bowser. He absolutely, dare I say, nailed it. At least from the trailers we've seen so far. And Chris Pratt is voicing Mario like he's Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt with a Brooklyn accent is what it is. I feel like there's a little bit left to be decided from that voice role, which is why Mario is the thing I'm looking forward to least in the Mario movie. Charlie Day as Luigi is another fine example, so say, I love Anya Taylor-Joy's performance as Peach, love Charlie Day, love whoever voices Toad, I forget the name, but Bowser is the highlight for me. Jack Black nailed it. Let's just put emphasis on that. Yeah, you keep getting distracted by the Chompies, whilst I keep hitting you for way more damage than the Chompies are healing you up for. That worked a bit too well, actually. Okay, let's charge that up. Self-sling shot! Woo woo! Okay, let's switch worlds then without further ado. You love to see it, we do. Now, to gain access to the Locotron Wheel of Wealth, which is useless anyway, so we're not really missing out on much, but to gain access to it, we need a giant, and last time I checked, Smith Broom here, he has many things, but a giant is not one of them, so unfortunately we're not going to be getting the Locotron Wheel this time round. We are, however, going to be getting plenty of treasure. Not that Smith Broom is in desperate need of it. He's very close to being maxed out, in fact. Come on, shift your ass! Shift it! Woo! Talk about a close call right now. Smith Broom deserves a better death, because these things, they just absolutely gobble up your health bar. It's brutal. Not quite as brutal as the Bark Demons / on Pop Fizz right now. And the only reason I got hit in the first place was because of my lack of concentration, which is why, when you're playing this game, you should really concentrate. In other words, look at what I'm doing here, and do the opposite of that, and you'll be just fine. Because as always, I'm very bad at pushing the Be Good at Video Game button. Okay, here we go, let's give him some explosive thingamabobs. Yeah, baby. Get exploded, people, get exploded. Boom. Okay, those guys have got to go, simply put, really. Finish him! And now, if we play this section slow and steady, as they say, slow and steady wins the race, this section is no exception. We take it slow and steady, and we should be just fine. I'm never making that, so we've got to stay here in the middle, because the middle one is the only one that doesn't fall and crush you. Yeah, if we charge forward, as you can tell, that one to the right lowers. which is why you never want to go to the one to the right, because you're basically stuck there. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But now that we took it patiently, we survived the scenario just fine, which is precisely what I was hoping to do. And now here comes the much harder and much more painful section. But once again, I'm pretty sure if you make it halfway, it doesn't crush you. But who wants to make it halfway when we can make it all of the way in one fell swoop? At least I think we can. Oh, let's skedaddle back here in case the low outsider one drops. The outsider one does drop. Wow. Do I know how to call them or what? You watch that next one to the right's going to drop or not. I figured that if you were stuck between those two right there, you'd be stuck period and that other one would drop. So you'd be doomed. Speaking of being doomed, oh, we could have made it to that middle one before those other ones crushed us, but never mind. Again, I'd rather take this slow and steady. Yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry, for lack of a better way of putting it. But now, go, 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 go. Ow. I wasn't anywhere close. And now I'm sorry, because I wasn't being safe. I am sorry, Mr. Video Game. I'm sorry. Okay, is that what you wanted to hear? That I'm sorry, because I am. Hurry. Oh, I hate this section. I hate it so much. Let me go. Let me go. Okay, go Shroom Boom, go. Go Shroom Boom, go. There you are. Now that's what we're talking about. Now I believe we need to shift the worlds at least once in order to transfer the bad magic into good magic. If I've got this wrong, then we'll just head straight back out of the cave immediately. Nope, I got it right. Yay me. But we're not going to bother wasting time and healing all the way back up with Smith Boom over here, because the element of the area is going to change as soon as we exit this cave regardless. We just had to make sure that going into the cave, those weren't red pellets, because otherwise we'd have died immediately. So speaking of that undead area, it's time for Hex to take up the spotlight. It's about damn time too. We haven't seen her since the debut of this series, for the very first episode. And yet, Smith Boom we've seen in every single episode thus far, but I have no problems with that whatsoever, because Smith Boom is awesome. Like, he was so awesome in fact that the only threat this level was the frickin' Crushers. The enemies stood 0 chances against him. Okay, let's push that fella into place. We love to see it, we love to see it. Alright, we're back into the real world. Lower Fasten Devil? I do not know how to pronounce that. I have 0 clue on how to pronounce that. You could even go as far to say. Regardless, we're going to grab this key here first. We're going to destroy those because they give me gold. For once, I had nothing to do with them looking at me funny. In fact, if anything, they gave me a pretty pleasant look. But I couldn't help myself. I had to destroy them given the treasure that lied in wait. So which house is Oryx situated in? This one, for one to the left, for wood shop. So here we're going to enter the store. And with our plentiful of gold, we're going to grab ourselves a Luckatron bulb, as well as an invincibility charm. Oh, and let's also grab a couple of lock puzzle keys whilst we're at it. I did mention about these earlier, and whilst we're here, we might as well get multiple birds with one stone right here. We've got a charm, we've got lock puzzle keys, and we acquired that 3rd Luckatron bulb. So truly, what an awesome and momentous occasion this was indeed. Now we head back here. We want to grab the key here at Kate's key room. Now that's alliteration done right, folks. Not the absolute pulverization of grammar I committed earlier. It was almost a crime how bad my grammar was. So let's kill some fools. And it's not looking like they're going to have much chance at killing us. Not whilst our charm is active. Boom, let's hit them! Yeah, there you go. Now that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that's what we love to see, baby. Reign of Schools. Yes, hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Okay, now let's bring out some Reign of Schools once more. There you go. That's perfect. We did get hit right there, but luckily that's what we have the invincibility charm for. Again, if the charms are there, I'm going to purchase them if they're part of the fundamental base game that you don't need any sort of external magic items to access. Like, I think that's what makes the magic item a cheat, the fact that you can externally access it for paying real-life money to have bought the adventure pack in the first place. But these, you know, they aren't an external force. You don't need to pay real-life money to buy those. They just come as part of a video game you've already purchased. I probably should have used the invincibility charm as extra time to attack the bark demons, but never mind. Yeah, focusing on the Bark Demons rather than Chompies would have been a far better choice. Oh, but they're dying. Kill him, kill him. How is he not dead yet? Then again, I do think that Bark Demon attacked his friend, which is what would have dealt a massive chunk of damage. But luckily now we finally gained access to the key over here. And we can get out of here. We want to keep the magic as it is, because I believe this means that our first wave of magic against the Chompy Mage will be good magic. And we want good magic, not bad magic. I love the fact that there's even a pretzel right there. Not that we're going to need it, because we're a bit maxed out right now. On health, for once. Hex is doing better than I was expecting. I'm impressed. Oh yeah, and also Fuego Chompies. They're useful because they go boom in the Chompy's stomach. Okay, we don't need to worry too much about damage, because we can just use good magic to heal up when the time arises. And we don't need to worry about attacking for Big Ass Chompy. In fact, if anything, we just need to worry about avoiding all of his attacks, because the Fuego Chompies clearly deal enough damage as is. No need for much more than that. There is need, however, for skipping over the unnecessary deep stew. Oh dear, that's bad magic. But we're still alive. Yeah. Luckily it managed to, you know, fade from existence before it hit us. Consider me lucky and blessed. I feel very blessed right now. So let's avoid all of this altogether. I got to avoid the bottom left corner as much as possible because my face camera's blocking it, so I can't actually see what's going on in the bottom left hand corner. Hence why I should avoid it. When in doubt, there is something down there trying to kill me, so just avoid it at all costs. Genius concept. Oh dear. Oh, Seraphina. Hi friend. I'm taking this a bit out of context right now because I've never seen that doll before in my life. I swear, I've never seen her before. Anyway, let's change world so that now the bad magic is good magic, as our friend Seraphina explained. Anyway, here's a fun fact about this level. You can actually jam the boss fight by mashing the Y button too many times. There you go, I just did it twice. But enough of jamming it. We should probably play this properly, otherwise that is how I take damage and die, which is not what I want. To get through the first 3 levels completely unscathed would be fantastic. Not gonna lie, I'm on a bit of a hot streak, with the exception of that Pop Fizz fuck up, which almost cost us his life. Luckily for us, he would have survived on level 14 as well, but if he was on level 13, Lightcore Pop Fizz would have died from that hit. So it's a damn good thing I prepared for this Locke. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make them green, so that then that way they don't explode when they get close to us. We just got to make sure that they don't attack us and we avoid them altogether. Ow, so much about avoiding their attacks, but now is when we turn them into red and they go boom in the Chompy stomach. Yeah, there you go. That's a tactic, my friends. But say, I really want to keep up this good trend I'm on right now. That's why I'm glad I'm putting these episodes back to back, because knowing me, I'd return for another session and start miserably failing. Because we want to keep as many of these characters alive as possible, obviously. That's the point of a Locke. The challenge is to lose as few characters as possible, and because this is much harder than the Giant's Legendary Locke, given that I have 8 characters rather than 10, it makes me glad that at the bare minimum... Shit! I forgot to change worlds in time, and now he's been healed. That was a mistake. Let's say, at the bare minimum, I have Drobot, and Drobot gives me hope. Prison Break would give me a lot more hope as well if he had the WoW power for Series 2, because his WoW power is just so obliterative. But you know what? I think his regular form might do us just fine as well. After all, he's the foundation in which the Series 2 Prison Break was built upon to annihilate everything in sight. And what's funny is that if the Lightcores that came from the previous Skylanders game did get WoW powers, so if Lightcore Drobot got a WoW power, if Lightcore Prison Break got a WoW power, and if they gave us Lightcore Double Trouble instead, like I was talking about in the Vault level, we would have got Double Trouble's overpowered WoW power, meaning that Drobot, Prison Break, and Double Trouble, I think for 3 of those, as their reposes, could beat this game on Nightmare Mode, genuinely. It's 100% possible. I think we need a better player than me to attempt it, but that doesn't make it any less possible. Okay, we really need to charge up on health right now because we got attacked from God knows what earlier. I need healing! Give me healing! Okay, good, we're pretty much maxed out again. See, that's the thing with this boss fight. As soon as you think going gets tough, well, not only do you get going, but also healing. Healing rocks, man. Healing rocks. I love me some healing. Okay, and fuego! Chompies! Get him! Get him! Get exploded, boy! Boom. Oh, that's a lot of boom. He couldn't handle the spice. Alright, that's episode 3. And so far, the only close call we've had was with that Bark Demon. I'm quite proud of myself. We weren't even close with the tech section of Secret Vault of Secrets, which is usually a tough section to get by. Not when you're playing as Drobot, it's not. We can't skip this. This unnecessary deep stew is unskippable. And now I'm sad because I can no longer press the best button video game. This is unfortunate. Oh, they know Chaos? I know Chaos! We like know the same person! Oh my gosh! I'm fangirling over here! I need to do this to cool me down. I'm getting too hyperactive. So let's take a swiggle of my drink right here. You see, it's not like I'm playing a video game right now, so I might as well hydrate myself with some good old Pepsi Max. You gotta remember, it is a maximum taste, no sugar is literally the slogan on the can right now. I made a noise out of that because I felt like at the end of the day, like I said earlier, these loading screens have no gameplay audio, so I've got to make a noise in other fashions. And now what we can do is we acquired a health wheel from the Secret Vault of Secrets. So let's plug in our new Lockotron bulb and activate that very health Lockotron wheel I was talking about. So now with that all being said and done, I suppose this video is coming to an end. Let's roll that outro without further ado. I cannot, in good conscience, end off this video without first thanking all of my incredible channel members whose continued support help make these videos possible. Without them, these videos would be near impossible to make, so from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every last one of them. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, there are plenty of options on screen now to explore, and please consider subscribing to keep up to date with all my content. On that note, this video is coming to an end, so thank you so much as always for watching. Until the next video arises, peace!